So we have now moved on a little bit, and Juan Carlos, you have studied the rocks here for quite some time. You have written several papers about the 1736 eruption, haven't you?
Yes.
So what happened back then?
Well, actually, it was an eruption that occurred 20,000 years after the prior one, that was the Los Jameos del Agua. That's the Corona volcano, Corona volcano eruption that we dated in 21,000 years before present. This eruption lasted a long time and was a very voluminous. For a long time, people thought that the place we are now, that is the highest mountain, is called Montañas del Fuego, Fire Mountains, was the starting point of the eruption. But actually, in 2011, we found in Archivo de Simancas in Spain a complete report of the eruption that the authorities of Lanzarote and sent to the Crown with a very detailed report of how the eruption developed. And actually the first emission vent is called Caldera de los Cuervos, and it's a couple of miles from here in the east.
Yes, I'm trying to catch it here. Yeah. So this was the first emission vent. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And then the eruption continued with a fracture that went to the east and then to the west. So, and then went into even into the sea. And this is reported as fishes of very strange forms, probably from deep in the ocean, that came to the surface during the eruption.
That's intriguing. So there were some species of fish that hadn't really been recorded before that came up as dead fish floating on the surface.
Probably very deep species.
Wow, fantastic. And the eruption lasted for 6 years, and the damage was apparently quite enormous. What happened to the economy of the island?
The economy was completely, this was a cereal island. They live mostly on wheat and barley. So everything was destroyed, and people have to migrate to mostly to Fuerteventura, the neighborhood island. But the population diminished dramatically. But the funny thing is that after the eruption, they discovered that below the lapilli, when the lapilli was not too thick, vegetation grew even more vigorously. So, and they invented the crops, growing vegetables using lapilli. What is the lapilli? Hey, wait, what is? The lapilli is very hygroscopic and trap humidity. So they started to grow vines and the famous wine, Molbosy wine. That I think we are going to try in a few.
Yes, I think that's our next stop.
The next stop, yeah.
We're going to go to one of the bodegas and try the volcano-grown wine.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Juan Carlos. I guess we are approaching the end of our little camel ride.
Sorry if I was a little
bumpy, shaky,
because
it was our mode of transport. Juan Carlos, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.